Hey everyone, thanks for coming to watch this video. Today I'm going to show you how to make these sweet treat EOS candies, totally edible, using Macintosh candies here and Werthers Original. I thought it would be kind of fun to use these Macintosh candies because they're super soft and chewy, and I was curious to see how it would work out with the EOS containers. Werthers, I'm pretty confident that I know what's going to happen. It's probably going to end up being pretty hard like the original candy. I found these candies just at my local drugstore. Looks like I got the mini version of the Werthers, so I had to use quite a bit more of them, but if you guys have the bigger ones, you probably won't need as many. So this is an EOS container that has been emptied out of any leftover lip balm, and there's 3 parts to it. So what you're going to do to make these candies is you're going to snap out the middle piece. You're going to look for those little extra pieces of plastic on the side, take a sharp object and just slide it in there, and then it should pop up pretty easily. If you are small, make sure that you guys get some adult supervision or help. So then you have the bottom, the middle, and the top. Now what you're going to do is screw the middle piece back onto the top, and this is where you're going to pour your candy in. So you're going to keep that with the, not pointy, but the rounded pointy side down, and you're going to pour it in, and then when it's all said and done, you're going to snap the bottom back on, and then you can twist it open just like your lip balm. So the first step in making your EOS Werthers Original candy is to open up the candies out of the wrappers and putting them in a microwavable safe bowl. I chose to microwave them, but you can do the option of using the stovetop and some hot water. So you want to make sure, you guys, that you're always keeping an eye on what you're making. So I put mine in the microwave for 15 seconds to start. I check it, I stir it. I believe I put it in for 15 more seconds, and that was probably it. If you do require more time on the second and third try, you want to make sure that you really keep an eye on it because it can burn very easily. And I believe the third time I microwaved it, it might have been like maybe 5 seconds. So you really got to watch that. When you use the soft candies, the Macintosh candies, because they're softer, they will maybe only take 10 to 15 seconds. And that's it. So make sure again that you're really careful. Sometimes the bowl can be hot as well when you take it out. So again, please be safe. So one of the most important things, you guys, is spraying the top of your EOS container with an oil. So I just use this cooking oil here. You could probably use coconut oil if you have that. And then you want to make sure that you have that middle piece ready to go. So here I go. I'm going to microwave these hard candies. So there we go. It takes no time at all. So again, just making sure you're watching it. The bowl can be hot. Make sure you guys have some sort of stir stick or something that can help put your candy in the EOS so you don't burn your little fingers, and you can guide it a bit better. So I always like to put it on, in the top without the middle piece on, just to make sure it gets right to the bottom. And then I screw the middle piece on, and then I put more candy on top to ensure that the top does stick to the middle piece, which makes it so it doesn't fall out, just like your lip balm. So I'm taking my time here to ensure that the candy gets in all the holes, as you'll see if you don't do that, you'll actually have bubbles or air pockets when it's done. So I melted a little bit more candy, and again, making sure that all the holes are complete. And then when it's a little bit cooler, you guys, you can actually, when it's a little bit soft and chewy still, you can push it down and just make sure again that you're filling up all of the space. Put it in the fridge or freezer for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, or just make sure it's 100% hard. Put the base on your EOS, and you open it up, and this is what it looks like. An EOS Werthers Original. So moving on to the Macintosh candies, and this was more just out of curiosity to see if this would even work. And it did quite well. You'll notice if you do make it that you probably want to eat it right away because it will settle down kind of through the base because it is soft candy. But it was fun to make and it did work, and of course this delicious toffee that, you know, you just gotta have. So I believe I only used about 4 or 5 candies, and like I mentioned before in the video that it doesn't take any time at all to melt these candies, so just make sure that you're very careful and pour it in carefully. Again, it does solidify or cools off quite quickly, so you can just take away any excess if you need to, and then screw the middle piece on, and then continue to pour the delicious melted toffee candy into the top. In this case, obviously it's on the bottom, but it is the top of the EOS to create that nice round EOS shape. Once you're done filling it up, make sure that you tap it on a hard surface just to make sure that there's no bubbles, because you don't want bubbles on the top of your EOS or else it won't have that nice round look. So making sure that there's no air bubbles is key. So tapping it and then putting it in the fridge or freezer. This one will take longer as it is soft candy. I almost recommend the freezer just so that when you take it out it has that nice shape, and then it will soften up as you leave it out. And then you have a delicious Macintosh EOS edible candy. Thanks so much for coming to watch this video, everyone, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you guys do so and share and like this video. And also, be sure to check out all of our other edible EOS candy treats. Our most popular right now is the Jolly Rancher one. We also have Lifesavers, gummy bears, and we plan on posting many more, as these are so much fun to make and so easy. Thanks again for watching!